G'day guys, Brendan here with EMT. Another video here going on for our very long, very thorough step-by-step massage routine. So for an erotic massage. So what we're up to in the most recent video is going through, we've actually gotten now to G-spot stimulation. So we are getting to the point now where we get to coming towards the end of the massage a little bit more. But there's a few ways you can sort of like spruce it up to give a more anticipatory feel and ultimately a more fulfilling orgasm for your woman. So one way to do that is through edging, and a great way to do that from going from beginning to arouse the G spot is very, very slowly. If you've got one or two fingers there, very, very slowly pulling them out. It's similar philosophy to when you go in. You don't even push in. You literally just get sucked in and you go very, very slowly. This is what we're doing here. So very, very slowly pulling out. And then we're basically going back to our quintessential, the fundamental sort of tantric massage move, which is the one where you sort of start with your hands in a bowl shape and you're sort of starting off on the inner thighs and then coming up. Then you sort of come up the body, so you're coming up the stomach, in between the breasts with your two hands as a bowl shape, and then down the front of the shoulders, down the arms, and then coming back up and back down in between the breasts again, and then back down to the inner thighs. All pretty fairly light touch as well. And this one's will just transfer all the sexual energy, because we've been in this routine where we're at the moment. We've actually been working on the yoni and the vulva for probably around 15 minutes. So this is, we've been doing it for a while. So now it's good to like get that sexual energy up to other parts of the body, up to the upper body, even down the legs, down to the knees, and then coming back up. And it's another good chance as well if you want to stimulate the breasts during this as well. As your hands sort of come up the stomach and up in between the breasts, you can also like take a bit of a pause from that kind of, from that sort of effleurage move going up and down the body, and actually spend some time stimulating the breasts, because we've really been neglecting them so far in the massage. So this is a good time to begin that. So if you are doing it with your significant other, your partner, nothing I say is going to give you better advice than what you already know. So whatever she's enjoyed in the past, whatever you guys enjoy in the past, do that. Sounds great. But if you do have a lack of experience in this area, that's all good. We can go through some things now and give you plenty of tools to help stimulate the breasts as well, in between this, which can be such a good treat for her in between this full body yoni massage. So with the massage, it's pretty straightforward. You can also do like a lymphatic breast massage as well. We're not really going to touch on that so much during this erotic massage, because it's already very, very long, this routine, and I've already got lots and lots of videos. But for now, you're basically just like cupping it from either side of the breasts and coming up. We're avoiding touching the nipple through this. So one thing you want to build is a sense of anticipation. It's what we're doing with edging in general. So we sort of took a long time to sort of work up to any stimulation of the clitoris and the G-spot around the vulva, and now we're taking a long time as we're going to take our time to stimulate the nipple as well. So you start off with either side of the breast and sort of like in a cupping motion. That is a great massage as well. Typically the area of the breast which is going to give the woman the most erotic pleasure, I've found, is usually the underside. But you want to make sure that you do give a bit of a massage and plenty of attention to all parts of the breasts, just to make sure nothing is neglected in this. It's in the name, it's a full body massage, so you definitely want to stick to that rule of thumb. As you build up as well, another good way to build anticipation towards touching the nipple is sort of like having your palm over the top and sort of like going like that. And again, we're sort of like letting go just before our fingers and our thumb touch the nipple. Starting from there and coming up. That's another way to do it. Another thing, we can always involve our mouth as well. So two things that are quite good for this. So you've got the top of the tongue and the underside of the tongue. Both have kind of different textures. Like the top of the tongue is a bit rougher and the underside of the tongue is a bit softer. And you can use both. So be careful of using both and make sure you do, because then you can gauge her reaction. So if you lick her breasts and lick her nipples, use both the top side of the tongue and underside of the tongue, and then you can look up at her and gauge her reaction as well. Another easy way to tell if she's really enjoying it and what she really enjoys is with her nipples get quite hard. And another different sort of well, not really texture, but a different kind of sensation you can play around for her as well, is if you breathe in, it's usually quite cold, and then if you breathe out, it's usually quite warm. So that's two other things you can sort of throw in there. So it especially works after you've started licking the nipple and it's getting quite moist, and then you're doing the breathing over the top, and then seeing what she prefers. So even just breathing while you're talking, you can still talk to her and throw in some dirty talk as well while you're doing it, and sort of like breathe in and out as like quite deliberately as you do it, and you can gauge her reaction to see what she prefers. So it's just a few things there you can always throw into your routine. But even simple things like cupping the breasts as well. So having the nipple in between. Usually I just go middle two fingers and just like cupping the breasts like that. And even just like a gentle sort of shake like that is really nice also. You can do it. Favorite way to do this is actually when you're sitting behind her and just like hugging her like that. You can do it like with the arms across or like that. Or you can always do it like from the massage, and that's where you're sort of like going down like that and sort of going like that. That's another lovely way to build up the anticipation before you get to like the nipple stimulation. Another thing that you can do when you actually get to the nipples as well is pinching or squeezing very, very gently. But this would be a good thing to sort of like start off with. And also even before that, really, really light touches as well. So you can even take like your palm and just rub over the top. So you're just like grazing the nipple and barely touching it all. You want to sort of go, a good rule of thumb is like when touching like the clitoris, it's the same sort of thing. If you can touch your fingers so softly that you actually feel your fingerprint, that's what you're trying to do. That's good. That's what you want to try and do. So if you're touching so softly that you can actually feel your fingerprint, that's what you want to aim for. As far as like when you first touch the nipple, and also when you're certainly first touching the clitoris. It's a good rule of thumb. Just be gentle at the start, and then she can always tell you if she wants it harder. Some women literally want you to bite their nipples, and they'll tell you like, oh, you can be meaner to me. It's like, yeah, so it all depends. Whereas some people just like really soft and just kisses, no teeth at all. So yeah, it's very subjective, and this is where communication is really great, because you're quite close to her face as well, so you can just look up and just see what she says and see how she reacts, and works out really well. But this is a good way to just like spread the sexual energy around her body. Have a little break from having so much attention on her yoni. At this point of the massage, we have given her a lot of attention down there, so it's good to come back up. And you guys can also get closer as well and connect a bit more before you go back down and do a bit more sort of G-spot stimulation down there. So for now, we'll cut the video off because it's getting pretty long. We're over 8 minutes now. This was going to be a bit of a long one because we're basically covering essentially what it main goal of the video is, to give you guys some ideas on breast stimulation if you're not experienced in that field. If you are though, and you're with a partner you've been in for a while, you know what she likes, and you just go through your list of moves in your head and sort of see what she likes at the time, because it can change from day to day, as you guys know, who've been with a partner before. But yeah, always best to, above all, communicate is the most important thing. And as much as I can give you guys ideas, and I'll more than happily continue to do so, whatever she likes is always the best. So there's going to be some moves that I explain that are not going to work with all women. A lot of women aren't going to enjoy them, but this tends to be like the best, like broad strokes sort of moves that I've found, and the people who have taught me, more importantly, the people who have taught me have told me work best. So have a great day, guys. See you guys in another video. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. And hopefully see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.